So guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the match reaction as Manchester United beat Fulham by 1-0 as we get closer to that 40-point mark, which will keep Manchester United safe this season in the Premier League. But before we get into it, guys, please make sure to like, comment, share and subscribe to the channel if you guys are enjoying the content. And I do have a bit of breaking news literally coming out this morning regarding Dorgu. Of course, this is the player, the fullback, which Manchester United are looking to sign before the window does close this January. And we do have some breaking news coming out. We do know the first bid was rejected, but we got some news from Fabrizio Romano coming out this morning. Manchester United are set to approach Lecce again early this week for Patrick Dorgu. Add-ons will be a key part of the final proposal to get closer to Lecce's request of 34 million, which I do think is way over the odds. We shouldn't be paying that. We haven't learned our lesson from recent transfer windows. Situations like this, he might be a good player like in the future. He might be one to look out for. He might be one which will improve in many years to come and be a top fullback. But for me, he's unproven. He plays for Lecce. I'm not saying he's not doing well. I've not watched him this season. I don't know a lot about him. Not many people do. But from what I'm hearing, he has a lot to offer. He's a very talented fullback. But it's not worth paying 34 million for him when we can get back Alvaro Fernandez from Benfica for cheaper. I honestly don't get it. And he's doing it for Benfica in big competitions in the Champions League, etc. So I just don't understand why we are not walking away from this. Even if Amarin wants him, like desperately wants him, we do need a fullback. We 100% do. I understand that. We need a bloody striker as well, considering what happened last time, what's been happening recently. But Patrick Dorgu, it looks like he could be on his way to Manchester United. He was seen liking Xerxes' Instagram post as well, which again, those type of things are key details which suggest he could be on his way to Manchester United. So we'll have to wait and see what happens, guys. But Manchester United are set to approach Dorgu again this week, and we'll see what happens with that. I'm sure we're going to have a lot more breaking news regarding that situation, guys. But now let's talk about the game. Manchester United won, Fulham 0. And to be honest, guys, it was worth the watch in the end. The whole game was terrible. The football was terrible. The quality on show was abysmal from both teams. Nobody really created any good chances throughout the whole game. It was a very, very boring game. And it seems like we are getting worse game by game as well. But late in the game, Martinez, Leacher Martinez comes up clutch with a deflected goal. It was always going to be that type of goal, or a goal similar to that was going to decide this game. But thankfully, it was in Manchester United's favour. He was giving it this celebration as well. I don't know what it means. I don't know what it is, but I don't care. And I want to say, quickly, credit to the away fans as well. The whole game, all I could hear was those away fans. Even though the football was diabolical, there was nothing to enjoy, but those away fans kept going for 90 minutes straight. It was incredible. It really, really was from them. Great effort from them on a Sunday night as well. You really can't fault it. The best away fans in the world. It's clear as day. It's been clear for years now, but I just want to credit those fans because there's not been an away day like that where they've just gone at it 90 minutes for a very, very long time, especially for the time of day it was and Sunday night, etc. So credit to them. But yeah, the game in itself, there wasn't many star performances. Bruno was really off it on the day. Martinez recently, to be fair to him, has been stepping up. He really has been. He got that goal against Liverpool, that really good finish. He got that assist for Bruno the other night, and he's scoring again. So massive credit to him, because a few weeks ago, we were saying how poor he's been, how he's not looked at his best. He's looked far off from what we know he can play, or what he can be like. But today, yesterday night, amazing to step up like that, score that goal. You can't fault it. Defensively as well, him and Adama Traore going at it again, part two. And the shamelessness of Adama Traore to post a picture on Instagram of him with Martinez on the ground after losing the game. What a loser. What an absolute loser. He must hate the sight of Martinez. And again, him scoring as well. Oh, it was just amazing to do it in front of Adama Traore on the pitch as well. Yeah, the shamelessness. I could not believe what I was seeing when I woke up and saw that post this morning. And another big problem with Manchester United is we need a striker. I'm a massive fan of Rasmus Højlund. Jesus is pouring it down. I'm a massive fan of Rasmus Højlund. I think he has a lot of potential. I think he can be a very good player for us. But he's not cutting it at the moment. He's really not. He doesn't offer enough up front. And again, it's the bread and butter of a striker, holding up the ball, making runs in behind, which he just isn't doing. He's having no effect on the game. He just doesn't have the attributes right now to be a Manchester United forward leading the line for us. We desperately need a striker. And it's the same for Xerxes. I'm seeing a lot more from Xerxes. The hold-up play is good. He's getting into the channels. He's, the link-up play is really good from Xerxes when he's coming on recently. But it's just not enough from our strikers. It's nowhere near enough. You look at the top strikers. You look at likes of Haaland, Isaac, players like that, who are just all over the pitch. They're creating, they're scoring goals. They can do it consistently. I wish I had a striker which I could rely on every game to score goals. They can't even do that at the moment. They can't even do that. Rasmus can't score. Xerxes can't score. And, they're just oblivious in the game. They're nowhere to be seen. And yes, it doesn't help when chances aren't being created for them. And we know a Manchester United striker, anybody who it is, it could be Ronaldo, it could be Højlund, it could be Xerxes, Ibrahimovic, anybody like that. It's the graveyard shift because we don't use our strikers in the way we should. We don't play to their abilities and we make life harder for them on the pitch every single time. But again, you still have to put yourself about. You still have to do the basics, right? And they can't even do that right now. So a striker has to be addressed in this window. It's a serious problem. We can't score goals. Our only shot on target the other night was a penalty from Bruno Fernandes. And our only shot on target was a goal yesterday night as well. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. And we're predictable. It's just so hard to watch at times. And if Ahmad and Garnacho aren't performing, if they're being man-marked and they can't have an impact on the game, nothing's happening. Nothing's happening because we have no other players who are going to step up. We have no other players right now who have the quality and ability to have an impact on the game. And that's just how it is. Bruno in that deeper role again, it takes him away from being creative and having an impact going forward. Because he has to do the defensive side of things a lot more in the game because of the position he's playing. So he had a bit of a bad game last night. Ugarte's putting himself about. Anana didn't have to do much. There wasn't really any star performances. Toby Collier came on. Credit to him. That goal line clearance towards the end of the game. I don't know how he done it, but it was absolutely amazing. What an insane clearance off the line to keep Manchester United's 3 points. Massive credit to him. I loved the players going over there, tugging on his shirt. The passion was shown, and I just loved that because that will do him a world of good. That would do him a world of good. Experienced players coming up for him like that, giving him the big up, etc. So I absolutely love that. I really do. And he's been good. He has been really good when he's been coming off the bench. And maybe he does deserve a start at some point. But I'm really happy and impressed with Toby Collier's impact on games as well. A few other subs came on. Xerxes came on, put himself about. But yeah, just go back to that striker problem. It's really poor. I'll read out a stat for you guys, which I couldn't quite believe. Rasmus Højlund has failed to register a shot in 7 of the 13 games he has started in the Premier League this season. And I think that was another crazy stat as well. It was something like the amount of games he's played and not scored. It's something like 47 games and in 36 of them he's not scored a goal or something like that. And I didn't think it was that bad because he's doing well in the European competitions. He was doing really good goal scoring wise last year's Champions League. He was doing really good in the Europa League this season, and he's just taking it away from the Premier League. And when I heard that, I was like, there's not a chance that can be true. I was just shocked, and it just shows how bad it is at the moment and how desperately we need a striker who can do the basics right, who can score goals for us and have impact on games. Because you need your strikers, especially at Manchester United. We need to have a striker that's putting the ball in the back of the net more than not, consistently. And we don't have that anymore. We don't have that. It's really concerning because this guy's 70 million. I'm a big fan, as I mentioned. I think he's going to be a very good player. But he just doesn't have the attributes to lead the line for Manchester United. And it's just, it's a hard watch right now. It's a really hard watch right now. But as I mentioned, guys, 3 points. It's a good win. It wasn't nowhere near good enough performance-wise. It hasn't been for a very, very long time. As I mentioned, we are very predictable. We're easy to play against. And it's a hard watch at times. But again, it does show that we do have a bit of grit about us. That we can, get these type of goals in games like this. That's a really good sign as well. But if you take away from that and you look at the bigger picture and how we have been over the last couple of weeks, it's not good. I'm happy for Amrin to get a victory right before his birthday. Again, we still need a lot of time. He did have some damning words about Marcus Rashford at the end of the game as well. He said he'd rather have his goalkeeper coach, 63-year-old Vital Janelt or something like that, on the bench than Marcus Rashford. Damning words. Damning words. But you know what? I love it. Standards. Something we haven't had at this club for a very, very long time. The demands of players, the standards, just everything about how players go about it. I absolutely love it from Amrin because we needed this for a very, very long time. And Amrin is really the manager we need to back now. And Ineos, go and get him a striker. Go and back him to the world because this manager deserves it. But yeah, guys, let me know your thoughts down below. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share the video. Let me know your thoughts on the game. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys. Man of the match. Martinez, man of the match.